Hello there, I'm Yogesh Padsala and I want to share with you a master skill of your life, of your business. If you just implement this skill and master this skill, your business and your life should definitely enhance. And that is time management. If you study the biographies and autobiographies of all successful people, then you will see the common thread. The characteristics of all successful people are they all were the great time manager, because they recognize that the time management is the life management. It is a personal management. One point I want to make it clear is we cannot manage the time. Time cannot be managed. But what we can do is we manage our activities, efficiency of our activities in the given time. So anytime I say time management, what I mean is managing our activities in the given time. Time management allows you to increase your contribution to your company, to your market, to your family, to your country. And when you increase your contribution, your self-esteem go up and you feel like a winner. Time management allows you to work smarter rather than harder. All your rewards, either tangible or intangible, are directly proportional to your quality of your service, and as of the law of sowing and reaping. Now, time management will allow you to sow more and better so that you can reap more and better. According to the World Health Organization, the average lifespan of a human being is 71 years. Now, it depends on many factors, countries and all other things, but on average, a human lives about 71 years. Now, that means if you are in 30 years of old, then you have only 15,000 days left to live. Now, I don't want to scare you away, but hey, let's face the reality. In truth, we have limited time. We are not going to live here forever. So whatever time you have in your hand, make it a worthwhile. Any days that you waste, you will never get it back. So I cannot stress enough the importance, the significance of how you manage and utilize the time that you already have. I want to share with you a strategy which you can start using it straight away. I call it RAC method, which simply stands for record, analyze and change. Let's talk about the record. What you do when you wake up in the morning, or you can start your work day, then you record the maximum whatever activities that you do. Like for example, if you took 50 minutes to dress up, or you took 20 minutes for breakfast, or you took 30 minutes to go to the work, all the time, all the activities that you do, you make a note of your activities and make it details, like when you did it, how long time will it take, and all sort of things. So be as much detailed as you possibly can. Now, if you are a CEO or if you are in higher authority position, all you can do is get someone else to get the record of yourself. Second step is analyze. At the end of the day, just look at your timesheet, your piece of paper, and find out 5 time wasting activities that you did. And in this step, your major goal should be ready. You should exactly know what is important to you and what is not important to you. And based upon that, you judge whether which activities is important and which is not. Alright, now the third step is change. Now you identify the activities that is time wasting, then all you can do is say no to those activities when those activities arise in the future. Because you are part of the routine, it is more likely that you're going to do the same activities again in the future. So when it happens, say no. Don't do that activities at all. 2 things that I want to discuss with you regarding the time management. Number 1, prioritizing your time, prioritizing your activities. Now this is the heart of time management. You have to do first things first, right? I want to share with you a story so that you can understand that what I'm talking about. There were a professor standing in front of his class, and the professor wanted to demonstrate the significance and importance of managing and utilizing the time well. What he did is put a jar in front of the student, and he put the fish-sized rock into the jar. And professor asked student, "Is the jar full?" The student said yes. Professor get the box of pebbles and poured the pebbles into the jar, and pebbles just rolled over to the spaces between the rocks. Professor asked, "Is jar full now?" Student said yes. Professor then go under the table and took the bag of sand and poured the sand into the jar, and the sand also filled up the gap between the pebbles and the rocks. Now professor said, "Is the jar full now?" And student said yes. Professor took the bottle of water and poured the water into the jar. Professor said, now the jar is full. He continued explaining. He said, this jar represents the limited time that we all have. We all have 24 hours. We all operate in 24-hour 365 framework, right? We all have the same amount of time. And these rocks represent the high importance, very, very important activities. The pebbles represent the important activities, but is not as much important as the rocks. And the sand at the same represents less important activities, and the water represent not important activities at all. So the professor explained. He said, what if I pour the water first, then sand, and then pebbles, and then rocks? Will rock fit into the jar? And the answer is definitely no. He said, try to do most important activities first, and the less important will take care of itself. So focus on high important, high prioritizing work. Peter Drucker, what he said? He said, it is insanity. People are doing things extremely well which need not to be done at all. Jim Rohn, he said, a lot of people are measured in minor things. So the point of this is, make sure you focus on your high important, most important task first. That is number one. Second thing I want to tell you about is no multitasking. You know, we humans cognitively cannot do multitasking. All we do is switch. So let's say, for example, if you are listening to the conference call, at the same time you're reading the emails, you're not doing both things together. What you do is, you do first listen to the conference call, and then you read emails, and then you hear someone talking in the conference call, and then you hear in conference call, and then email. So you do switching back and forth. So you don't do all things together. Now second thing also is there, scientific study says it takes 18 minutes, right? 18 minutes to get your attention back into the task once you get distracted. So imagine if you are working on a task and you are constantly distracted by cell phone, SMS, social media, emails, visitors, whatever. Imagine what kind of time wasting is happening right then and there. So no multitasking. Instead, what you do is, we call it block of time method. What this method is, you take a 60 minutes or 90 minutes of block of time, and you shield yourself from any possible distraction. You turn off your cell phone and all kind of things, possible any kind of distraction, you just shield yourself from, and you just focus on single-mindedly on that task. And after that task block of time, you take 15 minutes rest. You can just grab a cup of coffee, or just walk around, or lie down on a bed, whatever, right? And then again another block of time, and then rest, and then block of time. If you just do that, your productivity increase by so much. Future, we don't know. Past is all gone. We can't do anything about it. Present, now is all the time that we have. You know, if you just live minute by minute, if you just work minute by minute, the days and weeks and months will take care of itself. So go ahead, start working on your present moment and make things happen right now. This is Yogesh Padsala, and thank you.